Over the course of the last few weeks, there has been a renewed push by mediators to try to bring to an end the 15-month-long war in Gaza, the charge being led by the United States, Qatar and Egypt, with the looming inauguration of US President-elect Donald Trump acting as something of a deadline, considering the significant upheaval his return to the Oval Office could bring to this part of the world. And it does appear that there has been some movement there, with the talks happening in Qatar and a draft agreement reportedly being handed to both Israel and Hamas for their consideration. Now, the public commentary on this is pretty limited at this stage, but we have heard from Israel's foreign minister speaking in Jerusalem alongside his Danish counterpart.
We see some progress in the negotiations. Israel wants a hostage deal. Israel is working with our American friends in order to achieve a hostage deal, and soon we will know whether the other side wants the same thing.
Any deal would involve a halt in the fighting and the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas and Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. The exact timing of any such releases and any ceasefire, as well as whether or not this would be a phased approach and exactly which hostages and prisoners would be released, remain the sticking points. And it has to be said that there have been multiple moments throughout this war where progress has been promised and promoted, which hasn't necessarily amounted to much, and the fighting has continued as the strikes do so at the moment. Local authorities say a school in Gaza City was among the sites hit in the latest round of airstrikes. The reported death toll in Gaza during the war now stands at more than 46,500 Palestinians. Israel insisting it's targeting Hamas militants and searching for the almost 100 Israeli hostages still held by Hamas. As the negotiations inch along to something of a peace deal, it's worth pointing out that the US President Joe Biden and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have discussed these negotiations once more. Joe Biden only has a number of days remaining in office, and his successor Donald Trump has said there will be hell to pay in the Middle East if those hostages held by Hamas are not released by the time he takes office.